numbers. Big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist, man. Check the wrist, man. Got him hot. Ay, man, can't ball like this, man. Lord, pass the big skin when he stretch a disc.
Thank you, Coach. We are about 15 miles west of downtown Phoenix at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Arizona Cardinals. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Oh, able to avoid him. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here we go. Go right in. Check 152. Here we go, going to 53. All day, baby, all day. Check 26.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
At the 21-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Here we go, kill.
Watch out, watch out, watch out.
26.
The dump-off gets them 9, so now they're in much better shape for third down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 12 yards to pick up. Good enough for an Arizona first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Play action. Now it's Murray. On the move to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Murray going to throw. Looking deep downfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Andy Isabella was the intended target. Now a handoff here to his running back. Past the 12, and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there. With touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. The point after is good, and it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
All right, let's be frank. You hate the fumble at the end of the play, but prior to that, I liked a lot of what was going on. Tucks it down, takes off, picks up good yardage. But in that portion of the field, that close to the sideline,
step out.
Yeah, either get down or get out of bounds. Take care of the ball.
Yeah, he had the yards, but then the mistake. 31 yards there and a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Harold Landry, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
3rd and long.
They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys. After the sack, it's 3rd and long. Prescott from the gun. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. As his guys are in for 6. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue. In there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. Flush to his right. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Yannick Ngakoue in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. 21-0 our score after one. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Check out, read. Check. Hey. Check out. Check.
Here we go on 4th down with Murray. Looking downfield for Godwin. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. And again this time to the tailback. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
On the sneak, it's Prescott. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th. And his kick is indeed good. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense, because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
Here we go.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
What we got? Slam. Over. Shield.
Throwing on 1st down is Murray. There goes a deep ball, end zone. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. To throw, it's Murray. Buying time to his left. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
They do go for it. It's Murray. Looking downfield for Godwin. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Chris Godwin with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Seibert up and good, and that'll make it 24-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll run it now out of the gun. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
Check, check. Lucky. Watch twist. 47.
Right back to him on first down. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
From the 41, Prescott. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 45-yard line.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Here we go. 53 to Mike. Crunch time, defense. Check 50. Here we go. Kill. 26.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Out. Check 26.
On 2nd and 7, Prescott flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Going to 54. Going to 54. Line in. We're going to 52. 26.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Forced out to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Kill. 47. We're going to 54. Line in. Watch the eye.
Throwing again. Prescott on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Harold Landry, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
And this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Mike 54 in your face.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
They're trying to show you they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Hey, kill. 54, right there. 54 Mike.
On play action, Prescott. He'll buy some time right. He's going to take off with it. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
First down, Cowboys.
Here we go. Check. Walk 54. I'm here all day. Mike.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the first and goal.
Here we go.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes with those. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. And he'll give it here to his running back. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. After the sack on first down, Murray. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. DeMarcus Lawrence has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Murray with a 3rd and long. Eluding the pressure right. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got room. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trailed big here to begin quarter number 4. Right back to him on first down. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now they'll run it on the toss. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
On the return, the Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a give, right side. Swift. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. A good game there on 1st down. That run will get them 7 up to the 32-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And he will take this all the way down to the Cardinals' 29-yard line. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And it was a game where they were off and running in the 1st quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this